Broadcasting from Silicon Valley, California, this is Conversations with Jennylyn.
You're watching Conversations with Jennylyn, and during this COVID World Interview Series, I am trying to connect with someone in as many countries as possible. And today, I have my youngest guest and my first Brazilian, Diego Cidade. Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that. Cidade.
Cidade. Okay, and you are the CEO of
Academia do Universitário. It's a HR tech in Brazil.
Okay, well, thank you so much and welcome to Conversations with Jennylyn. I'm looking forward to this 30 minutes with you. So tell us about your company that you are the CEO of.
Sure. We do a selection process end by end for university students for internship. So we do the employer branding of the companies so we can attract more and more candidates for the company. It's everything about transparency. So we show the manager the intern that was effective to hire to another level. It's everything that the candidate want to know about the company. After this, we do a match. After the match, we put the candidates in a learning trail. So it's a micro learning trail. So we can talk about the principles, skills of the cycle of 21. So we talk about communication, feedbacks, and non-violence communication, goals, everything that are the gap of the university and the market. So after that, we put the candidates in an interview with the manager, and we call this like a super intern. We developed super interns for the companies, and we do the continuous, the lifelong learning of this candidate. And I'm the youngest LinkedIn top voice of the world.
You are? Well,
Yeah.
congratulations. I got to interview the youngest CEO.
Yeah, I'm the CEO.
Yes, but you said you're the youngest. I missed what you said after you're the youngest what?
Youngest LinkedIn top voice of the world. LinkedIn top voice. Yeah.
Well,
You know?
I feel so lucky. Now, where are you in Brazil? What part of Brazil are you living in?
Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, so you are in Rio.
Yeah.
And you're only 23 years old.
Yes.
Where did you get this idea to start your company at such a tender age? Very impressive, by the way.
It was in my internship that I have a lot of contacts with entrepreneurs, managers, and startups. I'm working in a health tech. So after this, the ecosystem of startups was shown me. So it's something like that. And after this, I created this. First of all, we was edtech, and I'm passed through a accelerator. The name of it is Fábrica de Startups. Came from Portugal and China, and came to Brazil. So I was accelerated. After this, I was incubated in WeWork Labs. So I'm incubated right now there. And in the end of 2019, I passed through my first round of investment. and after this we pivoted to HR tech. So I think it's this.
How old is your company?
2 years.
So it's a new company. Wow, congratulations.
Yeah,
And
thank
how
you,
is
Daniel.
it doing?
It's good. The COVID, the corona, take the things very slow, but we are passing through another round of investment. It's an intern round of investment, and we are with we will pass it through another. We will have another partner. It's a strategic partner because he was VP and director, HR director of a lot of companies like DASA. I don't know DASA, but Itaú. It's a huge bank here. Mastercard, and a lot of companies. So he has a mental, a mindset very with experience. But so, I mean, it's okay. We have a selection process open right now, another next week. So the things are not stabilized. I don't know how can I say that. Stabilized, tipo, but I think it's getting normal. I don't know. But there is a lot of companies that was growing a lot in the quarantine, the COVID, like delivery. We have a startup of marketing delivery. So he hired a lot of super interns with us. But there are some companies like advocacy, tipo law, né? The office laws office, I don't know office law, but they freeze a lot of hires, you know.
It's true here too. I mean, with the COVID-19, I don't know too many people that are hiring. A lot of people have, they've frozen their companies because everyone is working from home. And
Sure.
a lot of people I've spoken with have told me they're busier at home than when they went to work. And I would imagine being the CEO of your company, that is probably true of you as well.
Sure.
How many people? Sorry.
No, sure. I think I'm working something like 12 hours a day. Yeah.
Well,
Because we don't have time to begin and to end. Yeah, because you have and
but I feel like you almost have to establish a beginning and an end. Otherwise,
sure.
you could hit burnout very quickly. How many people do you have in your company?
Six, and it will be 4 partners.
4 partners. And are you working with the school system in Brazil? Is your company working with the school system?
Yeah, it's very the universities, not the college, because it's very difficult because we created a new product between the COVID, the corona, and it's something like we take care of the bureaucracies. I don't know about the contracts of the interns.
Okay.
So there are a lot of colleges, old colleges like the University of the State, something like that, of the private, the private college, and it was old system. So they told us that they not can singing the contract digital. So there are a lot of internships stopped because of the university, because they told us, oh, we can do that, we can do digital things, so we will stop everything. So there are a lot of frozen contracts because the students can go because the university
It's
it's
closed.
stopping them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have distance learning in your schools in Brazil, universities and school systems? Are they having that? Most of the countries around the world, you may have a different name for it. They're calling it distance learning, but it's continuing school online, basically. Is that what's happening in Brazil now?
There are some universities that are stopping the year, and there are some college university that was uh, uh, adapting his system. So they are using Zoom to take classes
Mhm.
uh, online, and they are recording too to give to the students the access.
Were you born and raised in Brazil?
What?
Were you born and raised in Brazil?
Yeah, in Rio.
Oh, you were born and raised in Rio. So tell us how COVID-19 is affecting your business apart from the fact that you have frozen contracts. How is it affecting your business, you as a person, your family, and your country at large, based on what you know? Um, have you guys had a lot of cases? Have you had a lot of deaths? What's the situation in Brazil?
Yeah, for me, I reacted well about this. So I have my miracle morning every day. So
What is that?
I
Could you hold it up some more? I couldn't see. What is it?
it's a book of how Harold. It's about 6 things that I do every day, like meditation, visualization, writing about gratitude,
Oh, I like
yeah,
it.
affirmations, and I do exercise. So I'm using my Fitbit coach. So I'm trying to do the things that I normally do before COVID, Corona. But there are a lot of people that they have depression, anxiety. My team, my partner has anxiety. So
Oh,
for him, it's very badly all the things that are doing because. But we trying to do. Uh, we are selecting what we will see now, what we watch to take care of us and to be healthy. But uh, I don't know the number, but there are a lot of the companies that are closed and closed. It's not closed. It's done. Tipo, the the CNPJ, the subscription, it's closed. They broke, and there are I think the provisions it's to 12 millions of unemployed in Brazil.
so your country
So
is on quarantine. The entire
yeah,
country is on quarantine. When did you guys start your quarantine?
when
Yes.
it was in, let me see here. I think it was in the beginning of March, and 15th of March, 15.
Okay. Yes. And based, you're on the border of Guyana, and I grew up in Guyana. So that's why I know you're on our border. British Guyana. There are three Guyanas. I grew up in British Guyana, which is on one of your borders. And they haven't had a lot of cases there. Have you had a lot of cases in Brazil? Because what I am noticing as I interview people in that part of the world, the COVID count in terms of deaths is very low. And cases that have tested positive are also very low in comparison to the United States and Europe. So, do you know, like on average, what your death rate has been last time you heard?
I don't know where's
Okay.
the number, but I think
Okay.
but I think it's jeopardizing more the economy, the economics, uh, than the health system. You know?
But I don't know how well you understand the virus. I mean, I don't know the characteristics of the virus, but I've interviewed some doctors. And when I asked them, I said a lot of people are unhappy being quarantined because they're concerned about the economy and, the halt in all of the companies. It's definitely causing the economy to, to suffer. So they want to go back out to work. And the overlying, the message that they've all given very clearly is we need to stay at home. Unfortunately, I think the concern is if we go back out to work too soon, we may be asymptomatic, but that does not mean we don't have the
Yeah,
virus. And so we'll have a
sure.
spread and we'll have another breakout where we all have to go back on quarantine again. So I think our leaders who are de- deciding that we need to remain on quarantine, they're doing it because they probably feel it's not safe to go back out as yet.
Sure.
What Brazil is a country that's tropical and the people are used to being outdoors and being on the beach.
Sure.
So I would
Everybody,
imagine it's very hard for the people
yeah,
there.
everybody's missing the beach. Everybody. My team told this in the morning. Oh, I miss the beach. I want to be in a beach right now because I told this. Oh, the sun it's very hot. The weather is beautiful, and after the COVID, the weather is going to be bad. I I'm kidding with them. But what are you talking about of the quarantine? I think in Brazil, uh, tens. I think in next week there are a lot of people that will get back to work here with the mask, and I think the government will put the people to get work, get back.
Next week.
Yeah, I think 10, 11, something like that
Okay.
of May. Of
Okay.
May.
But you have to wear masks, is what you're saying. You can go back out to work, but you have to wear a mask.
Yeah.
Do you have
To
any?
enter in any locals, you have to get using the mask.
Yes. Do you guys have any shortages in Brazil of masks and gloves and disinfectant? Do you have shortages of those items?
I don't know what is shortage.
Means that meaning that you can't get them to buy. They're not in the stores.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs that are creating masks. I have a lot of things because my grandmother can create it because like with
Oh, nice.
fabric.
Your
Yeah,
grandmother made that for you.
there are a lot of.
Oh, she made quite a few. Yeah, I need one. A friend in China shipped some to me a month ago and they still have not arrived.
Oh.
But it's also a law here now in California that you have to wear a mask when you go out.
Sure. Now here it was a law that were putting this last week. Last week. Before this, we can go on the street with nothing. Now you have to. You have to. In Rio, not in the all the Brazil.
So your country's on quarantine, but are your grocery stores and the banks open?
Everything. Marketing, and there are a lot of little little stores that are open, because if they will close it, they will crash it. They will crash it. So I live in not the downtown, it's the suburb. So there are a lot of people on the street. There are how can I say feira? I will think feira. Oh, feira. I don't know how can I say that, but it's a market on the street.
Oh, like people who sell things on, yeah, little street stores.
Yeah,
Still open.
yeah.
And the police.
There are a lot of here. No, the police with the mask and giving the let the people uh, walking. They don't
I
do
think
nothing.
you're doing a great job with the English. I know when I asked you to do this interview, you were concerned about your
Yeah,
English. I'm very impressed. Where did you learn to speak English?
I did a course when I was younger, but I didn't finish. So I have a course, but I'm not doing this because it's a conversation. So, but I don't have time because I have a lot of things to do in the current time, quarantine, and I don't know, Corona. And but I did a lecture in English for the people of MBA twice. But I'm trying. I try everything,
You're
and
doing a
every
good job. I'm impressed. I actually thought that this interview might have been more, it would have been challenging, but it isn't. I understand everything you're telling me, and I am sure the viewers will understand as well. I could not speak to
nice.
you in Spanish, so hats off to you.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what are your plans for the company in this new year? Although this is a very strange year because we don't know what is going to happen. But what plans did you have for your company in this new year?
The product that I told to you that was created in
Yeah.
the Corona. It's like a essential business for the companies, because we do all the things about the contract. We connected the university with the company, and the university and the company. So we like a bridge, and we put something more than that. We are giving all the support and onboarding for the intern during the internship. So we connected them with mentors. We do more contents. We are onboarding them all the lifetime of him in the intern
Are
internship.
your interns foreigners or are they Brazilians?
What?
Are your interns, are they from overseas or are they Brazilian interns?
Brazilian.
Brazilian.
We yeah.
Brazilian. Okay. Well, I think that you're off to a good start. What message do you want to leave for another 23-year-old with an idea to have his own company?
Nice. I didn't expect this question.
Yes, think about it. Think about it. Like, where did your motivation come from to do this? What motivated you? So many people have ideas and dreams to do things and they just don't because they're fearful and so they don't try. So what would
Yeah.
you say to another 23-year-old that may have an idea to do a business and then go for it like you did? What would you say to that person?
Normally, all the entrepreneur tells about purpose. Yeah, everything about purpose. But I think it's more about if you see a problem, and
Yeah.
you have a
So
empathy about this problem, get the things and try to do a MVP, a minimal valuable product,
yeah.
and put this on the street. So execution, it's all about how can I say that, hands-on or skin in the game. Everyone is all about that. So
Skin in
skin in the
the
game
game.
is execution.
Your English is better than you think. Trust me. Well, I think that's a great message. So basically what you're saying is if you have an idea, just go do it. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
How long did it take for you to actually get your company going from the time you had the idea to where you got it started? Do you remember what time frame that was? A year, 2 years?
The company was born during my internship.
Oh,
So when I get fired, I was fired of my intern. I I tell the I tell my first partner that I was fired. So I tell him let's get this idea to grow, and let's put I saving money during my intern, so I have a little money. So we put this on the company, and it was like during I was in my intern during 8 months, or 9 months, and it's about the yeah born in two, 2008 in the mid in December, no, December of 2017, and we we put this on the street in 2018 in February.
wow.
February,
Like this
yeah, February.
year of planning, that's very impressive. So you got fired, and instead of going home and moping, you decided, I'm not going to mope, I'm going to start a company. I see a
Yeah,
need, and I'm going to create a product to fill that need. And you started your company. I am very proud of you. I'm sure your mom and your family are all very proud of you as well. You must
my
be proud of
mom
yourself.
my mom started in the world of entrepreneurship after me. I incentivized her, so he has a digital marketing agency.
Your mother is a
uh,
marketing agent.
yeah,
I love it. It's a
because
family business.
yeah, I told her that it was very satisfying to me. It's very awesome, and she thinks about and created hers. But about the the pain of my problem, because it was very difficult for me uh, to get hired in an intern. It was very difficult because uh, there is a time that I didn't have money for buy courses to get learning about the marketing. So I passed through a lot of selection process, and I always get no, 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 no. I'm in the I I did economics, and I go into a health school. It's there's no match here, but I learn a lot. I do everything in my intern. I'm the marketing, I'm the sales, I'm everything, and the doctor
But
was the doctor. And after this, when I see the problem, I face off the problem. The Academia do Universitário was born. So there is I live it. I live it a problem. So after the problem, I'm trying to
And it's
change this, to change the market. Yeah.
that's wonderful. That's great. Could you imagine if everyone did what you have done? We wouldn't have too many problems in the world because they'd have so many solutions.
Sure. Sure.
So, well, I am really grateful to you for taking the time to do this. Before we go, what have you learned about yourself during this Corona crisis?
I think I'm very resilient.
Brilliant. You're very resilient. You'll overcome anything.
Yeah. I think like the anti-fragile, because you I don't know how can I say that, but the resilient get down and up. The anti-fragile get down and better than before. Something like that. I like this term.
So what would you change about the way you do things after this Corona experience, after this pandemic? What would you change about the way you were living? Anything?
I've been more organized. I'm giving more I think more value about value with connection with people, to take care of my mom, to my girlfriend, and to live more the moments with presential moments, something like that, because we are more humanized in this moment. So I will take this for my life, to live the moments more mindfulness the moment.
Very good, very good. And trust me, your English is very good, so much better than you think it is. I think
Thank
that's a
you.
great lesson to learn, and you're very lucky that you've learned it so young in your life. Think of me, I learned it when I'm an old lady. But it's never too late. You know, I think that since you have learned this now, I can already see you're going to have a very prosperous and successful life. I think that what I know, I stumble through life learning things way too late all the time. But fortunately for you, it sounds like you're off to a good start. I'm very grateful to you for taking the time and for being brave, because you were concerned about your English, but you were still willing to participate and do this interview with me. Our time is about to run out. Do you want to leave anything else with people watching this? Then, apart from what you've already said, is there anything you want to add before I wrap up?
I think if the people want to know more about me, there is my LinkedIn. It's Diego Cidade, Diego City, but I don't do things in English, but I will try to do.
So clearly your product is only for the Spanish market.
I have a lot of content. Every day I post a content, but it's Portuguese. But I will try to do Spanish and English English. About.
My advice to you is to publish and get someone who can translate it all into English for you, and then maybe pretty soon it could become an international product.
Sure.
Right? Why not?
Sure. I think about that.
Think about it. Maybe for the distant future. Well, Diego, I am very grateful, and I wish you well. Stay COVID-free, and I'm going to be watching your company and celebrating your growth with you. Okay?
Thank you a lot. Thank you a lot.
Thanks a lot.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Great. I'm glad you had fun doing it. As soon as it's ready, I will send you the link.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you so much for watching Conversations with Jennylyn. When a conversation is all you need to be inspired, like the one I've just had with 23-year-old Diego, who got fired and he turned lemons into lemonade. And he started his own company. Congratulations and thank you so much. And I will see you next time.